Have you ever really thought about it? What would you do if you found yourself staring down one of the world's top predators? I mean, this isn't just movie stuff. Today, we're getting into the real-world playbook that could actually save your life. So let's just, put ourselves in that moment.
Right there. That's the moment. You hear something in the grass, you see a shape in the water, and you get that cold, sinking feeling that you are definitely not at the top of the food chain anymore. What you do in the next few seconds, well, it's everything.
Because in that split second, your own instincts can be your absolute worst enemy. That urge to panic, to run for your life, to scream. Those are the exact signals that predators are hardwired to see as prey. But if you know the right strategy, you can walk away.
Okay, first up, we're dealing with the literal living dinosaur, the Komodo dragon. This isn't just some big lizard, folks. It's a hunting machine, and thinking anything less is, frankly, a fatal mistake.
I mean, just look at the stat sheet. We're talking about a creature that can hit 10 feet long, weigh over 300 pounds, and it comes with teeth like a shark and a venomous bite that actually stops your blood from clotting. Yeah, this is a serious opponent.
So what's your gut tell you to do? Probably get a little closer for a cool picture, right? Or if it starts coming at you, just run, straight line. Both are absolutely terrible ideas. The real play here is to keep your distance always. And if you have to run, zigzag. They're crazy fast in a straight line, like 21 kilometers an hour, but turning on a dime, not so much.
And this just goes to show you how insane their senses are. They can smell blood from miles away. The source puts it, well, pretty bluntly, even a tiny little bit is like a dinner bell. It's a pretty stark reminder of how every little detail matters out there.
Now, if an attack is actually happening, you have to be decisive. You zigzag and you get to high ground, but not a tree. The young ones are amazing climbers. Think more like a building on stilts. If it gets a bite on you, you fight back. Go for the sensitive spots, the eyes, the mouth. And that venom, it makes getting medical help immediately completely non-negotiable.
All right, let's leave the island and head out to the savannah. Surviving a run-in with a lion isn't really about being stronger. It's a mind game. And you've got to understand one key move they pull, the mock charge.
So first, let's get to know who we're dealing with. A lion can hit 80 kilometers an hour. You are not outrunning it. Let's just get that out of the way. Plus, they hunt in groups, so if you see one, you can bet its buddies are around. And fun fact, it's the lionesses who do most of the hunting. How you act in this moment is everything. You panic, you run, you turn your back, you might as well be wearing a sign that says, lunch. What you have to do feels totally wrong, but it's right. You gotta look like a threat yourself. Stand your ground. Make yourself look huge. Raise your arms, open your jacket, and make some loud, deep noises. And this is where it gets really, really intense. A lion might just sprint right at you and then stop on a dime. That's the mock charge. It's a test. It's a high-stakes game of chicken. They want to see if you'll crack and run. If you run, you just failed the test, and the real attack starts. You have got to stand your ground.
Okay, so what if that mock charge wasn't a mock charge? Your only move is to fight back with every single thing you have. I repeat, do not run. Go for the face, the eyes, the muzzle. Grab a rock, a stick, anything. Your only goal is to make that lion think, you know what, this just isn't worth it.
All right, let's get off the land and into the water. With sharks, honestly, survival is all about prevention. The whole game is to just not put yourself in a situation where you look like an easy meal to begin with.
The easiest way to survive a shark attack is to, well, not be near a shark. They're creatures of habit, and they patrol certain spots at certain times. So stay away from places like harbor entrances and deep water drop-offs. Don't swim in murky water. And definitely avoid swimming when they're most active, dawn, dusk, and at night.
But if you do see one, guess what? Same rule as the lion. Panic is your worst enemy. If you start splashing around, you're basically acting like a wounded fish. Instead, you stay calm. Your movement should be slow, smooth, and if you can, keep eye contact. Sharks are ambush hunters. They love the element of surprise. Don't give it to them.
I mean, the source material just says it perfectly. Splashing around is literally sending an invitation. You're just screaming, I'm vulnerable, into the water. By staying calm, you completely mess with that predator-prey script.
So, what if it goes from curious to aggressive? You go on defense. Try to get your back against something solid, like a reef, so it can't circle you. If it comes in to bite, you fight back. Its most sensitive areas are the eyes,
The gills, and especially that nose, it's full of sensory organs. Be ready for it to come back for another try.
And for our final showdown, we're facing the biggest of the big cats, a true master of stealth. The thing about a tiger is, the encounter has probably started long before you have any idea you're even being watched.
Now, pay attention here, because there's a small but life-saving difference from the lion encounter. You want to face the tiger, but you should not make direct eye contact. They see it as a challenge. Don't run, don't crouch down, and whatever you do, don't jump in the water. They are fantastic swimmers. The plan is, stay calm, back away slowly, look big, and if you can, get up a really tall tree. Tigers aren't great climbers, but you need to get way out of reach.
And you know, the source gives this one piece of advice that sounds a bit funny, but it's dead serious. Just like that Komodo dragon, tigers have a phenomenal sense of smell, and the smell of urine can actually attract them. It's a signal of fear, of vulnerability, and that's the last message you ever want to send. So we've gone through 4 totally different apex predators in 4 completely different parts of the world, but you've probably picked up on it by now. There's a very powerful theme that connects every single one of these strategies.
It really all comes down to this. Your brain is your best weapon. You have to stay calm enough to ignore your instincts. You never ever run because that just triggers the chase. You make yourself look big and confident. You do whatever you can to stop acting like prey. And if all of that fails, you fight back like your life depends on it. Because it does.
And that, right there, is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's one thing to hear all this from the comfort of your screen, but when your heart is hammering in your chest and every fiber of your being is screaming at you to run, could you make yourself stand perfectly still? Something to think about.